Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Breezeway Productions. We are here at the 2023 Hamptons International Film Festival, and we're going to be speaking with some filmmakers that are official selections this year. If you like the interviews, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Speaking with
Irene Taylor.
Irene, thank you for taking the time today. Tell me a little bit about what brings you to the festival this year.
I'm the director of a film called Trees and Other Entanglements, and as the name suggests, trees are at the center of the film, but it's really about the humans and their trees, and there's several characters whose lives just interplay, morality plays, and a lot of unexpected things happen.
So tell me, how did the subject matter come to you?
I was inspired by a narrative book that I read called The Overstory, where the author Richard Powers looks at the lives of several characters. It's fictional, but it's about their lives and their connection to trees and nature. And I thought to myself, as with most fiction, it's really inspired by nonfiction. So I attempted to go out and find people who could tell an interwoven story like that, and that's why it's called The Entanglements of Trees, Trees and Other Entanglements.
What kind of experience will an audience member have when seeing the film? Is it going through a narrative story?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how that plays out.
Yeah. So the film is almost 2 hours long, and I would say it's a poetic journey through the lives of 6 different characters and the trees that mean a lot to them. Some of them are planting trees, some of them are cutting down trees, some of them are photographing trees, and hopefully what the viewer is experiencing is these little connections between all of these different lives and the moralities they live, and I think there's a lot of surprises in there.
What was the thing that you loved most about making the film?
Well, I certainly loved being out in nature for 3 years. That was really nice.
More nature, less people, and then you'll feel better?
Yeah. I think nature really envelops the film, but the film is really about people. And all of my films are character driven, and so I think every film is what it is because of the people, the characters. Yeah.
Speaking of the people, after you had your screening of it, what were the reactions that people had coming up to you after the film screened?
A lot of people want updates. What happened to this person? What happened to the house? What happened to that tree? People want to know what happens after the camera shuts off, and so that's what a lot of the questions have to do with. They're not really questions about climate and the environment. I think the film is not trying to be scientific. It's really more of a story about the people in the film, really.
So now with that interest in mind, do you think that you might continue the story with a second go-around? Like the continuing entanglement?
Yeah. Well, there are, today there are so many episodic nonfiction programs out there, but I really wanted to make a standalone feature, that had a very narrative flow that would end, and that would be the end of the experience, and it won't go on. But certainly, these stories can just sort of like an ecosystem. They're like an ecosystem where everything is sort of intertwined. Yeah.
Okay. And in closing, where can people go to find out more about the film?
So the film's going to be streaming on Max in December, and we are going to be starting to post things on my Insta, Director Irene Taylor, and you can also go to HBO and the Max, socials to find out more. It's called Trees and Other Entanglements.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.